So the first thing that I made is this scatter plot timeline. So basically every single message is a little dot, and you can click on it to view it. You can hit left and right to move between them. You can also hold shift and select many of them, right? And you can also get metadata about the grouping that you selected. You can also just poke around and see visual groupings, right? You can kind of see big clusters of activity that you might be curious about, what's going on in those messages. And you can go and see all of those points in the feed. Which brings us to the second feature that I added, which is our searchable messages feed. And what this allows us to do is do quick searches on different texts. So I want to see every text that mentions Westchester, or every message that mentions New York. So that lets you sort of jump in and really quickly see messages that mention different topics. We also have a senders page. So this is statistics all about the different senders. We had 176 in the database that sent one message and no others. But this is just a big list where you can see everybody's names, and then you can go in and see every single message that a particular person sent in the message feed. We also have the ability, once you find a message that might be interesting, none of these are particularly interesting, but say it was, you can click out to view that specific message. And I was inspired a little bit by how Twitter shows you individual tweets, right? But you get one message that you can link to, and you can see other messages that that user sent. But this lets you, if you want to talk about specific things talk about specific messages, then you can actually link to them instead of having the other person download the entire database. We also did a metadata analysis view. So this is kind of just overarching data, the busiest time, the total messages. But there's one part I really liked, which is our overarching histogram and stream graph. So this is a stream graph made of, colored by each sender. You can kind of see the volume. We can also push this out to percentage if you want to see a kind of breakdown by who was talking at any point in time. Unfortunately, a lot of these are unknown, so we don't know the exact accounts. They were probably deleted before the data set was accessed, but it's an interesting way to explore the general shape of the database. And then this is a monthly breakdown of how many messages were sent, and again, we're coloring by user, so you can kind of see how much a different user is talking across different months.